After this last chapter of One Piece, I am convinced that Rox is Oda's favorite character. Chapter 1155 was a 17-page glaze session for Rox. Oda be looking at Rox the way a southerner looks at the hot sign at Krispy Kreme and says, oh my god, I gotta get some. And obviously we're talking spoilers for 1155, so get on out of here if you haven't read it yet. So let's just talk about the feats that Rox has right now. Because honest to god, he's like top 3 characters in One Piece history. Low-key, this man is looking cooler than Gold D. Roger right now, and he was the bad guy. But the chapter starts off saying he was super nice with the sword. And you know the One Piece world loves its sword users, so him being super nice with it is a power-up in itself. Every swing of his sword hitting like a gigantic hammer or a cannonball. And then on the very next page, we find out that homie got into the room with Imu. Like, name another One Piece character who has this feat, who isn't already a Gorosei. Like, this man is vehemently against the world government, and he got as close to the big bad as anyone possibly could. And for some reason, Imu let him leave. And for the life of me, I cannot understand why, because at this point, he probably already killed that admiral. But after this chapter, it seems like Xebec's entire mentality was to go against everything the world government was doing. So again, how did you walk out of this room? And not only that, but you got to Flex saying, I will come back right here to this spot. Skip one page, and then we have a Conqueror's clash between Rox and Herald, which Herald is also top 3 strongest in the verse at this point. And just them clashing swords destroyed 5 kilometers worth of space in the Holy Land. That's nuts, y'all. And again, while at Marie Joie, he was able to solo an admiral. Because don't forget, he did not have his pirate crew until after this moment. And he entered the room of Imu, and he had a Conqueror's clash with Herald. My lord. And all of these feats, at least so far, have been shown to be done without the powers of a devil fruit. Now, of course, we don't know how he got in that room with Imu, but with his clash and everything else, nothing has been spoken of him using a devil fruit at all. And of course, there's a ton of speculation on what powers he might have, but that being said, it's not even the focus of this. I think this dude is a nightmare just with his sword. Adding a devil fruit to his abilities is really just overkill at this point. Not gonna lie, he seems like he's kind of the Shanks of this generation as well. Even though that was Gold Roger, but like, the parallels are there. And then my man is able to get people like Whitebeard on his crew through Davy back fights. Rox built the strongest pirate crew we've ever known of. And think about this, homie pulls up to Elbaf and brutally injures the king's son. And does all that just to get Herald here, and then they throw a party. The fact that Herald doesn't immediately throw hands with Rox after him violently hurting his son is mind-blowing to me as well. Like, this dude commands a level of respect that's really unrealistic. But at the same time, his feats are deserving of all of this. It's kind of like, damn, well, what am I gonna do? It's Rox D. Xebec. And then after all of that, Xebec goes and takes over Full-O-Lead Island. Rox is honestly one of the scariest characters we've been introduced to in this entire series. Man solos just about everyone we've been introduced to. So yeah, at this point, I'm pretty convinced that this has gotta be Oda's favorite character. Well, besides Buggy, of course.